Hello physics students, in this video I'm going to show you guys how to graph using Google Sheets. So when you run across a problem like problem 8 here or question 8 here where it says plot the values in the table, I want you to be able to do that using Google Sheets because in the real world people don't just use graph paper and draw a graph out and show that to their employer or worse their customer. They would use a program like Excel or Sheets and then design it and make it look really nice. So let's go ahead and get started. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to input all these values into Google Sheets for you. Let's input the titles of our table. So the title of our table is table 2-1. So what I'm going to do is hold down Control and select both of these cells and then hit Merge. And now I'm going to title it table 2-1. And I'm also going to center that. The next thing I'm going to do is type in time times 10 to the, so I'm holding down Shift and 6, number 6 on my keyboard to do the upward caret, 2 seconds. And then over here, I'm going to put in volume, and that is centimeters cubed. Alright, so now I have my titles. Now I can just go down the line and input values. Excel is not going to recognize zeros, so it's going to get rid of any extra zeros after the number. So we're just going to go down the line, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 for our time. And then for our volume, I'm going to put 0, 6, 12.1, 17.9, 23.9, 29.9, and 35.9. Now, in order to create a graph from this table, I have to hold down Control, select my top cell, hold down Control, or hold down Shift, sorry. So select my top one, hold down Shift, and select my bottom one there. And that'll highlight all the values that I need. And then I click this button here. It says Insert Chart. And that'll insert the chart for you. Alright. And that's it. That's how you create a chart in Excel. So when I go back to my assignment here, what I'm going to do is push Enter. And then I am going to title this Question 8. Question 8, select this, bring it down, get it out of the way. I still want the text box here because I'm going to type some answers in there, but I'm going to come back over to my Excel spreadsheet, click on my chart, Control C to copy that, or right click copy, and then come back over here and Control V to paste it. Whoops. Wrong slide. Control V to paste it. Now you can link it to the spreadsheet, so if you make changes in your spreadsheet, it'll also change the chart for you. But I'll paste it and link it to the spreadsheet. So that's for your question. That's just for A on 8. Now you go down to the text box here. Alright, let's go ahead and create some letters for our other problems we have here. So we have B, C, and D. So B asks you to describe the resulting curve here. So this curve, I guess, would be linear. And sloped in the positive direction. Alright, for C it asks us to use the graph to write an equation relating to volume to time. So we have a couple of points that we want to grab here. We'll probably use 12.1 and 6.0 and 2 and 1. So how do we write a linear equation? Well, that's just y equals mx plus b. So B would be your y-intercept, or where y equals 0, and y equals 0 at 0, so we don't need the plus b. So we need to find our slope m, which would equal y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So that would be our slope. So what are our y2 and y1? Well, we'd look at our chart here again. So 12.1 minus 6 and 2 minus 1. So our x2 minus x1, so let's go ahead and do this real quick. M equals, oops. So it auto capitalizes for me, so I hit backspace once and it goes lowercase again. So let's go ahead and do y2 minus y1. So it was 12.1 minus 6.0 divided by x2, which was 2.00, minus x1, which is 1.00. Alright, so if we work that out, m, there it goes again, m equals 6.1 divided by 2, which would equal 3.05. Alright, so our equation here is y equals 3.05x, correct or no? Probably not, because we want to take into account sig figs, and notice that 6.0 has only 2 sig figs there. So we only want 2 sig figs here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to chop off this 5 in my answer here, because we like even numbers when we're looking at sig figs. Alright, so there is our equation. Let's go ahead and go to the next problem here. So now that we have our equation, it says how many minutes will 5.00 times 10 to the 2 centimeters cubed of blood transfuse at this rate, or how much of that blood would transfuse at this rate. So go ahead and plug this number into your equation and you'll get your answer. And that's it. You guys have a wonderful day. I'll see you back in the next video.